What
What's
up?
happening, everybody? Hello.
I'm gonna try and go live here.
All right.
Man, that was a good picture.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yep. It's been a
What a
it's
week.
been a rough week. Yeah. It's the best way I can describe it. Yeah.
Good stuff. Billy, vanilla. Yeah.
Yep. That's why I'm wearing my first shirt I ever got.
Man.
It's the first shirt I ever got from Kyle. I said, man, I
So
want a film crew shirt. And when I first met him, and this is the original one. Like this is the shirt.
damn, man. You know, so actually I talked to both of you all, the morning that everybody found out. And that day, I don't know what it was, but I had already had on my I've got one. It's War Plum out. Mexico Street something. What is it? But I already had that shirt on. So of course, I wore that shirt all day. But then I just swapped up because my dude Barely Able crashed his car at US 60 this weekend. So I was supporting him tonight.
Yep.
I didn't even think about wearing a 1320 shirt. Damn it.
Yep.
Pissed at myself now, man. I'll be afraid. Let's check on your people, Yeah. Yep. I agree. And we're in Chris added me into a group chat, and there's probably, dude, I don't know how many people's in the gambling group chat.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch, 50, 60, 70 people. And I actually put in that group chat the same thing. It's like, man, if anybody ever needs to just chat, I don't even care if you like me or you don't like me.
Right.
Like, reach out, Still, man, I'd be there for anybody.
Yeah.
And you never know what people's going through. Like, you really don't. Maybe even people you chat with daily. Like you really don't. You want to think that you do because you want to wish the best for everybody. And if somebody's smiling in your face, you want to think that they're happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
man, it's you never know.
It just comes to show that no matter, obviously, like Kyle had probably more people that he could probably turn and talk to than probably your most anybody.
Absolutely.
That he was just so connected.
And real friends.
Yes.
Not like, probably acquaintances or bullshit friends. I mean, he had real people that I went back and looked at the messages between me and him. It's like, damn, man. I seen where everybody was posting their conversations with private messages and stuff and text with him. I went back and read mine. I was like, damn it, man. So, yeah, it sucks, man. You never know. You really don't.
Yeah. Yep. So I know we got two more. We got the services is Thursday night, and then the funeral's Friday morning. So
yeah,
we got a couple more days. I know I think the funeral is going to be live streamed. Just FYI. Don't know if
wow.
I read it in the obituary. I was actually just reading it because it just got posted today because they missed yesterday's to get it in the paper. Yep. And they got published today. So it obviously has all the information for the memorial service Thursday night and then the funeral on Friday morning. And they said that there will be a live stream for the funeral. So I don't know who's doing it, but if I do find it, I'll make sure I share it.
For sure.
So,
what was I going to ask you? I had it now. I forgot. Well,
yeah. Amen, donkey.
We were taught not to show our feelings. We were told to suck it up, move on with life. Please check on your friend. Oh yeah, that's dude. That's big, and like I'm learning. We're the worst, and I even said it. I think last week or the week before.
You did, because I actually posted the short about it, because I was like, man, that's a good short. Like, that's just something, like somebody's scrolling and they see something like that. Like, hopefully that, like, that, if they're in like a spot like that where, like, it
reach out,
just reaches out and just helps everybody.
Yeah, it's I thought I did say that. I didn't see that you'd posted that short, but I thought I was like, dude, it's like us as men, I think we struggle with that, reaching out and checking on our buddies. And I've got some really good friends that reach out and check on me all the time. But I don't for sure do the same back to people that, I haven't spoke with in years that I need to. So yeah, we should all think about that a little more often.
Yep.
What's that say? Depression comes behind the biggest smiles. And that's probably true. Quite a bit. What's up, T-Bone?
Hey, T-Bone.
Always trying to reach out when I have an extra minute and always saying, you do, man. And, just like the message you sent the other day. And like, I really appreciate stuff like that. What was it? It was me and Kinsey and Julie and Jeff and you. And, yeah, it's cool. I appreciate that. I wish I could. If no one told you today, I love you, big man. Well, the only person tells me is my dogs, and I can just tell by looking at them. That's what they're saying. Kinsey don't even say it no more, but I appreciate that, man. I love you too, for real.
Yep.
Shit, I wish I could get a text back from your ass happy. Well, I mean,
oh shoot,
just busy.
What's going on, Colin?
What's up? Well, what's new this week? What we got?
Man, I mean, really, that's been it.
Yeah. I get that.
It's just been a hard week, and
yeah,
it's been hard to get excited about anything, really, But you say you've been working on your money, right?
Trying to get it done. Actually, to go to the track tomorrow is the plan. My local track has test and tune. That you need an ultra rail. Yeah. Hey, Chris, I was gonna message you back too. If you've got one for a stock case, and you'd be willing to do some trading for this one I've got for an aftermarket case, then I'd pay you to cut mine and put it on. So just let me know. Shoot me a message, man, if you do have one, or if you'd even be interested in doing something like that. He bailed me out today, man. He actually had a input shaft for a power glide that I needed. So I went down and met him. I walk in this engine shop that he works at. Chris owns a transmission shop, and he builds a lot of locals transmissions. So today he was working at this engine shop, and I pull up, walk in, and as soon as I walk in the front door, I hear this pretty nasty sounding engine fire up. So then he yells and waves me back there, and they've got a badass dirt car, small block, I mean nasty engine on the engine dyno, ripping this thing. And then, they shut it off. Me and him chatted for a minute. They ran through the valves. They ran it again. So it was cool being at this engine shop, hanging out for a little bit, getting to watch that. I hung out 15, 20 minutes. They made 2 or 3 pulls, and it was cool. But Chris saved my butt today. So hopefully I can get – my car has no brakes. It has no transmission in it, no converter, no exhaust. I'm trying to make the track tomorrow about 5 o'clock. If I make it tomorrow and it runs what I hope it's going to run, then I'm going to run it Friday night at Cincy Street Nights. Just to have something to do.
Yep.
And I'm hoping it can run the 11.0 class. But I don't know if it'll go that fast. And I've never ran to the quarter ever in my life.
They have 11.0 class there?
I think that's what it is.
Oh, shit.
Let me see.
Man, that's what I need.
Let me see. Hold on before I lie on myself. I think that's what we run there. Oh, it's 1150.
He says put a stick shift in it.
Man, I couldn't bang a gear to save my life, homie. I wish all we got it's 1150. So that thing should run 1150. I would think. Yeah, you was asking for 11.0. Does it fit your car? Or a lot of people have asked for 11.0. What's up, Jay Bird?
Scared me.
I'd hate for you to look at my brake line, I bet, this afternoon.
Oh, God.
So please never do. It makes me want to go out there with a can of spray paint and paint it all black so you can't see it. Dude, it's horrific.
Oh,
So just wanting to say hi, guys. It's been a minute. Life's been kicking me in the balls lately, but I'm getting back up. Hey, man, what's up? What's up? Glad you're here with us tonight.
Yeah.
Just get a little prayer for strength and clear head these next couple of months. That would be appreciated. Thank y'all. Absolutely, man. We'll keep you in our prayers for real.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and see like that, man, it never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not feeling right and have no one to talk to, reach out even on a live stream. Everyone on this stream are friends. Don't keep it inside. Let it out. Love everyone here. That's what's up, man. Same.
Absolutely.
Same for sure. That's the way we live.
Yep.
Man, I really do hope that anybody that I have any type of relationship or even I don't have a relationship with, if they was really dealing with something, man, I would hope to think of anybody they could reach out to, they could reach out to me.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not, I doubt I got any answers, but man, I at least cut up. We go eat, we go do something, whatever. Probably got a pretty good idea how to get your mind off of it, whatever you're going through.
Yep.
So, praying for you, Joe. Keep your head up, friend. That's what's up, man. Early, better late than never. So, this past, love you, boys. Thanks for not coming racing with us this weekend, Alex. 1%er Shadwick.
Oh, boy. Poor
yeah. Alex, you was one of the only ones missing.
I know.
Was you
It was all down there.
Did you work?
No, I wasn't working.
Oh, that's even worse.
We had a good
I was
time,
working
man.
on my motorcycle. I wasn't here at work.
Oh, I got you.
And Jay Bird was at the track all weekend, stayed and towed her, hung out. We had a good time, man. We did.
Yeah, how was that deal?
It was actually racing wise phenomenal. It was great. Thursday we went. It was qualifying because they qualified for multiple days and tested for multiple days, just like any other duck event. I think you can make, it's like 4 or 5 days of testing and qualifying. Thursday, it seemed a little light. And as we've been discussing the past couple of weeks on car counts not being there and spectators not being there, I was like, oh man, this is rough. This is exactly what we've been talking about. Exactly, to the T. I missed Friday because Paxton raced. So I show up Saturday. testing or qualifying started at 10 a.m. Elimination supposed to start at 5. So we rode in at like 11:30. Dude, this place was already filling up. By 5 o'clock, there's a line down both sides, US 60. And it was, you couldn't, at probably 6 or 7 o'clock, if you hadn't had a seat in the grandstands or the bleachers, you wasn't going to get one.
It looked, they kept posting pictures, and I was like, man, there's some people there.
It was packed, homie. It really was packed. Now, the car count was still, Wesley said the same thing. It's packed Saturday. It really was packed.
I seen there was like, was there like 7 like Ultra Street? Or so, it was one class 7.
So I will say this.
X275, maybe.
Racer X, which is Duck's equivalent to Poland and Jimmy Dale's Little Gangster. But Duck pretty much just absolutely stole that and called it Racer X.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that, our boys get upset when there's any type of comparison because it isn't the same, without them approving it. But Duck did his, it's pretty much word for word the identical class. He just calls it Racer X. There was 42, but there was more in that class than every heads up class combined.
Okay.
Damn.
So they ran Pro 275. There was 3. 1 broke. Preston's broke. Ernie's Corvette. So first round of Pro 275 was the finals.
Damn.
And that was the fastest cars on the property. A lot of people come to see that type of car.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra and X both had about the same car count as everywhere else. I think there was actually 12 Ultra, 11 or 12. And then X cars, there was a pretty solid field of X cars as well. Now the class we ran with Charlie, it's called No Billet, No Time. And you have to be on a 28 10.5 slick. It's their version of the 28 unlimited class right now.
Okay.
Like the Winter Series, but it's no billet. So you can't have any billet parts on the engine, which I think's cool. You got to have a cast block, you got to have cast heads, and you have to be on a slick. There was only 4 of us. And Thursday and Friday, there was only 3. And then Phil Hines pulled in right at the last minute on Saturday, just like he always does, and he wins the whole damn event.
Oh, no shit.
Wins the class. So it was Charlie Brown, Keith Zabo's old car, the old Mustang that Keith Zabo had. It's now out of Florida, and it's called Foolish. It's baby blue. Sammy Vincent and Austin Vincent, their Mustang with the nitro small block.
Mm-hmm.
And then Phil Hines. That was the 4. We ran Charlie and Austin Vincent in the first round. Charlie got on traction control with fuzz and then burned a hole up on the big end. Either had an injector issue or had something happened because the tune-up was spot on, obviously. It looked good and testing and everything was perfect. But it burned up a hole on the big end, and Austin beat us. And then Phil Hines beat the Tabor. David Tabor was down there tuning it.
Yeah.
They flew him into Nashville. They go to the airport on the way up from Florida, pull in to the Nashville airport in a 45-foot toter and a huge stacker to get Tabor from the airport. I was like, dude, you guys are a mess. No different than Tabor. Like, y'all are wide open. Crazier than hell. But they knocked the tires off against Phil in the first round. And then it was Phil Hines and Austin Vincent in the final. And Austin went 001 red.
Oh, shit.
001.
Dang.
I was like, So yeah, there was only 4 in it. Now they had like Super Pro, LDR, there he is. Ultra 12, LDR 7, X275, 12, X255, which was a killer class, had 9. And then in our class, there was 4. So there was more Racer X cars than all the heads up classes combined.
Jeez.
And then they had Super Pro. They had a 32 car field of Super Pro. And then they wound up running Second Chance of Little Gangsters.
A second. So like a separate, was it a separate or did it go back into the main deal?
No, separate. So as soon as you lost first round, they give a little bit and then they did a Second Chance. Yeah, since there were so many of them.
Right. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. But I'm telling, man, like prime time, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, we were standing out there on the starting line and it was packed. Starting line was full. Bleachers was full. Down the fence on the left side where you can pull your truck and stuff, it was packed. There's a bunch of aerial views from a drone. And I mean, dude, they're killer. Like it shows. Free entry, 1,000 win, Second Chance. It was a perfect idea. That was awesome. So pretty much everybody jumped in,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd be silly not to.
What's that say? Happy, I need you to push me around in my wheelchair at the strip club. You think you could handle it? Well, we ain't moving much once we get in there. So I'll get you in there and get you back out pushing wise. But once we get in there, we ain't going to have to move around too much, if you know what I mean. They're going to come to us. So yeah, it was good, man. It really was a good race. We stayed till the end. My boy Dougie, that always travels with us from Chicago, they went all the way to the finals of Racer X, which was cool. One of the guys that's always at the shop, he was in 255. He made it deep. Joe with the trailer park, 3rd gen Camaro, the white one, king of the trailer park. He made it deep in rounds.
Good.
So like shop cars, and they had a good outing. A lot of cars done really good. And honestly, I think if that event would have been a points race and already on the schedule for this year and like a month in between this race and then the next one, that place would have been slammed.
Yeah.
What really surprised me was looking at the starting line, all the like 17 to 22-year-olds. It's packed. And that's one thing we're missing at a lot of these races. I pay attention to stuff like that. You know what I mean? But down there in that area, there's nothing else to do. Like nothing. So you've got all those, the younger crowd is looking for something to do on Friday and Saturday night. And, what's up, Austin? He's in here with us, man. What a great time. Glad to see one of our local tracks make it in a big stage. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Wesley, you're right on that too. It's Mother's Day weekend, non-points. So I believe in the future, now looking at it and seeing the crowd and everything. What's up, Tim? I would say next year when it gets put on the schedule, and I'm sure it will be, it'll be planned out where it doesn't interfere with anything else. And I would expect that race to be absolutely packed. Think how crowded. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit it on the head. How crowded would have been had it not been Mother's Day weekend. Had to leave early to get back in town for Sunday. Yep, absolutely. But it was awesome. Did Bill Lutz win this weekend? No, he made it
finals, didn't he?
He went to the finals, and then the other car that Jimmy Dale was driving, I believe they went out first round with the Bumblebee car.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Tara? I need my other one now. Got to get my other son. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, they didn't have. I mean, I think there was 12 cars. I think when they did chip draw, I was counting. I think there was only 12 cars in that small tire deal
at the Brats.
Yeah,
dude. So that's been a big topic of discussion too the past couple of days with me and just some local guys. I don't understand that. That race is paying so much money and paying out so many spots that if guys with really fast 28-10-5 cars aren't involved in it, I don't know what you would be involved in.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. I mean, the money they're paying is insane. And they got a point series. It pays $25,000 to win the points. Bonus. And it gets paid back. I think if you go one round, you make money.
That'd be a no-brainer.
It's $500 to enter. And if you go one round, I think it pays. I mean, it pays still good money.
That was right.
So I think a lot of the radio guys are afraid to swap over to the slick. 200 plus mile an hour on 28 slick is no joke for sure. And I do agree with that. But man, for that kind of money,
take a chance.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are figuring out that slick pretty quick. And I don't think it would take real serious radio guys and teams very long to figure it out either. And I don't know. It's kind of blowing me away. Yeah, one round gets you 1,500. Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
Like, that's insane, dude.
Make $1,000 off the hit for one round. I mean, that's.
I mean, I know these are top tier teams, and it's very expensive to travel and get there with a team like that and with a car. So, $1,500 to a lot of those guys is nothing. That's like, it's probably $5 to me. Well, I shouldn't say it. Probably $1. $5 is quite a bit of money today. About get you a gallon of gas.
Yep.
So, $1,500 is nothing to some of those guys, but still, like, every round you go, you make, I mean, it's pretty good money. And then to be in the points, I don't know. It's scary to look at that. And it just, I don't know.
Yep.
And then something else too that was interesting. So we've got a local speed shop. There's only one left in Louisville. And when I need parts for my car, I always go to my local speed shop. I like supporting, and I've been going for 20 plus years, man. So we sat up there yesterday and we was chatting, and he goes, "Don't you think that the IHRA deal, there's somebody in their marketing crew or some of the higher up levels would think, maybe if we just give away tickets to fill this place up, then they could get some huge sponsorship and backing." And I was like, I never thought of that. And, he was like, sell your tickets leading up to the event, but maybe like 2 days before, if you've still got 10,000 seats to fill at some of these venues, do something. Buy one, get one free, or $10, or something.
Just do something for it.
So a family of 4 or 5 could come, and if a family of 4 or 5 had the opportunity to go to an event like that, and it didn't cost them much admission, well, then they may buy a T-shirt. They're probably going to go buy a hot dog. They're probably going to go buy a $6 soft drink. You know what I mean? At least get the people there. So now when you're showing it on YouTube and you're showing the stands, it's full.
Yep.
And then when you go to sponsorships and say, hey, we had 18,000 people in the stands.
You know what I mean? They're going to want to sponsor that race versus what you had there before.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you made them pay to come in, because it doesn't matter. That's more eyes on those sponsorships, looking at those banners.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, so they kind of, I don't know whose idea this was. So Jimmy and Poland stashed they left tickets at the ticket booth and said, hey, online, if you mention this at this booth, you get 4 free tickets into here. Well, they did the same thing at A1 Auto Parts, because A1 Auto Parts is right down the road. And they said, hey, there's 4 tickets here. If you say this when you walk in, you get 4 free tickets. So like maybe that's kind of like, that's a start of something that
it's definitely a step in the right direction. Just like Caveman, that's a great idea. Do a carload of people for $25. You know what that does? That makes you get on the phone and be like, hey, homie, you want to go to IHRA this weekend? It's going to cost us like $5 to get in, because I got 4 other homies rolling with us.
Yep.
So the more and more we talked about that yesterday, I was like, there's got to be somebody in the IHRA smarter than I am.
I don't know.
I'm like, man, it's brilliant.
I don't know if that's their and maybe this may have something to do with advertising. That event. I mean, obviously the track promotes it, but I didn't see any other advertising for it.
Right.
So, I mean, I knew it was going on, but that's just because we know we keep up with
sure.
But
I'm thinking of something of that magnitude and that big, and how much they probably do spend in marketing and advertising. 5 minutes on the radio for the week leading up to it, 5 minutes will get you 10 30-second shout outs.
Yep.
You could have a bunch, and I bet 5 minutes is probably nothing. And the money that Daryl spends on stuff, man, you do a commercial on the radio leading up to it that it's $25 a carload to pack this place. You're going to get to see fuel cars, which is still one of the coolest things in the world to watch. See Top Fuel, funny car. To me, it's awesome. There's nothing better. Even though I love small tire racing, dude, you know what I mean? Watching Top Fuel and watching funny car is fantastic. But I do think that would really give them something to take to the table for big national sponsorship deals like Peak, that sponsor John Force. You start going after these guys, well, then you get a couple of them guys over there. Well, then now, the table's turned. I still think a lot of people's just loyal to that name, NHRA.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're loyal. But I think Daryl, somebody told me the other day, to lose first round of Top Fuel, it's still like $7,500. To lose. If you lose first round Top Fuel, and that's no different than what we were saying a minute ago. If you win first round of the Brats, you get $1,500.
Right.
Well, that's nothing to them guys. So if you lose first round of Top Fuel, you get $7,500, which is nothing to a team like that probably cost close to $1 million, to be there. 700, whatever it is. I don't even know. I'm making numbers up, but
yeah. What's it cost to enter? Any of those Top Fuel teams? What's it cost to enter?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it. I would think at that level, they're probably not paying anything.
Right.
I would think, because technically you got to look at it. You are getting paid to be there. If you lose first round, you get $7,500. So,
right.
You're getting paid, to be there. Pro mod, if you qualify, you also get $1,500. See, I haven't looked deep enough into it, but I would like to sit down and look more into it, but I don't know. We were just chatting about all kinds of stuff. One, how to get fans, into a place. And I'm not opposed to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not opposed to saying, hey, bring a carload of people for whatever. I mean, or do the same thing. Hey, we're going to drop off 5 tickets here. We're going to drop off 5 tickets here. We're going to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I think it would help.
Oh, for sure. No doubt.
And it gets people talking. I like where you have to share something. You got a chance to get tickets. It just puts more eyes on it. So I've been thinking of all kinds of stuff, man. This week or this past weekend, my head was spinning with stuff. Nitro is free entry. I kind of would have figured that. And like I said, they are technically in a way getting paid to show up.
Yeah.
Which I know it's nothing, but ADRL charge 20 a car, and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I seen a nice. I think what was it? Sammy Paysar? Is that how you say his last name?
Yep.
He put a video up yesterday, and
I watched it.
I did too. He was talking about the whole, charging people, to park and stuff like that through the gate and stuff. And I mean, I feel like that's weird. Like you charge somebody to park. Like, I mean, it depends. I guess it depends on the spot. Like, obviously, we know how much it costs to park on the pavement at Bradenton, which is absolutely insane. But
yes,
like,
it's $10,000.
Yep.
$10,000 parking place.
Yep.
But so I started thinking about it, and it is just different worlds, and it's who those promoters attract, and it's the difference in the people that we attract, and the group that we try and put on races for. So I think like parking this weekend was $5 or $5.50, something like that, to reserve a spot. So you knew for sure you could park next to your buddy. So you would have to reserve 2 or 3 or 4 spots. And at that level of racing, to spend that on parking is nothing. Right. When I stopped and started thinking about it, I was like, dude, that's nothing. These guys got $100,000 engines and they got 3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
So when you tell them, hey, it's $500 to reserve your spot. If you want to reserve the spot beside you, it's $500. So you may spend $1,000, $2,000 on 2 to 4 spots, but you got all your buddies with you. At that level, it's nothing. Yep. To me and my eyes, if we charge somebody to park somewhere in a field where most of our events happen, or in a nice, even asphalt pits where some of them, if we charge somebody to park, they would want to hang us with clothespins by our ball sack in the middle of town square and throw rocks at us while we're upside down naked.
Yep. Literally.
I couldn't think of anything worse than be hanging upside down in town square by your bag and getting stoned. You know what I mean? That's about the worst thing I could think of.
That's pretty bad.
I seen that in that type of racing, they don't have to have spectators technically to pay for the event. That's just a bonus because they are making their money off the racers.
Yep.
They are 100% making money off the racers, and it's covering pots. It's covering everything, to park, whatever. 500 is worth not having to rush to be there on Tuesday. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I get it. And it's really in the mix of things, man, it ain't no money if you're racing at that level. That's the whole difference.
Yep.
If you're at that level, I mean, that's nothing.
It depends on the event.
It does. Yep, it does. Definitely looks like he's done been out in the sun.
Where's that at?
Oh, man, I have been.
Oh,
I actually have been, because my garage is full. I'm working on my race car on jack stands out in the driveway, trying to make it to the track tomorrow. Because I'm trying. So even when I get off this tonight, I'm going back to work with flashlights in my driveway, trying to get brakes on my car. And then if I can get the brakes pumped up and fluid's not leaking, then I'm going to slap this transmission new converter in.
Yeah.
Dude, I found a converter on Marketplace, and I'm the world's worst. If anybody spends an hour or two on Marketplace, I spend 5 or 6 a day. Like, I shop all day on Marketplace. So I found a torque converter. I messaged the dude, and he was like, man, I know who you are. You're a trustworthy guy. How about you just come get the converter and you try it? If you like it, then you pay me. And I was like, well, that's about as cool as anything I've ever had. I've never had a response like that on Marketplace.
Right.
So I was at Men's Group last Monday at the shop. He goes, dude, I don't have nothing going on tonight. I'm just going to bring it to you. I was like, dude, that's awesome. So he actually brought me the converter, let me take it home, gonna let me play with it, see if I like it, and then if I do, pay him. And he's willing to give me a deal on it. Do you remember the big tire lime green Malibu with wheelie bars that was racing in Ohio? Last name's Robinson's.
Yes.
Big block, twin turbo, and then they put smalls on it. That's him. The boy that actually owns the car. He actually is the one who had the converter.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that car got sold, right?
That car did get sold, and he's building a brand new full tube chassis car right now with that power plant out of the Malibu in it. Very nice car. Very nice car.
That car's up by me now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the Youngstown guys has it.
Cool. That's a good car.
Yeah.
Real good car.
Yep. Yeah, he's raced in a lot of True Street stuff, and then he decided he wanted to get into a small tire car. So when it was a good deal. So they bought it as a rolling chassis.
Yep. Well, cool. Yeah, I mean, I was like, dude, that's awesome. He said, I don't care how long you take it. I was like, man, hopefully I don't break it. But he's like, run it, see if it works for you. If it don't, bring it back. Just holler at me. I'll meet up with you, bring it back. If you like it, you want it, I'll see you somewhere. You can pay me. I was like, dude, that's awesome. So yeah, I've got parts scattered everywhere. Yep. So say happy. I have some land in Florida cheap. It's on the edge of the Everglades. I'm good.
We don't want to fuck with no alligators and snakes. I can tell you that right now.
Mosquitoes, alligators, and snakes. I'm out. I'd have to have a bug net around me everywhere I went. I'm good, man.
I seen. Hold on. There was a ton of comments during that whole thing. Seen Pro Trees in here.
Yeah, what's up, Ben?
Somebody asked me if I was going to Knoxville this weekend, and the question to that, I don't know.
I am not.
I don't know anything about it. Well, I do, but I don't know if I'm going anywhere or not.
I think our only plans is Cincy Street Nights Friday night. And I don't think we're going anywhere Saturday. I kind of looked at Jimmy Dale hit me up last night or night before and was asking if there was any races. They're looking for some testing. So I told him about Edgewater, and he was like, well, man, that's no prep. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, we're looking for something prep to run the Bumblebee car on.
They're coming to 40. Yeah, they're coming to 42. Yeah.
Well, then he asked me, he was like, well, I'll holler at Bill. And I was like, all right, just keep me updated. And I didn't hear nothing from him today. And I seen where Bill was asking about who's putting on the deal at 42 could a car enter on slicks. So,
yeah,
I'm ready to get back to Edgewater. Yeah, 1150. I think I can run 1150. What is that in the 8th? 7.
It'd be a 750.
I can't run that fast. You sure? 11.0 750, ain't it?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna do my calculator.
No.
Hold on.
I don't know if I am, Cole.
1150. I
haven't decided. I still have to work Friday, so. Oh, what's up, Ryan? I'm awesome. You're awesome, buddy. I love you, brother. I wish I was going to Nebraska with you. Yeah, I seen the Cup of Bob's doing his deal Friday, and then there's Saturday. If I don't go to Kentucky, I may go out to 42 Friday. I know Tommy's going. So
going where?
To 42 to go test for they're doing a little gangsters deal.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, Eric Mitchell, you're 11.0 is 7.0. So what 1150? I always used to do, I would take the quarter mile time and divide it by 1.52. And that would always get me in the ballpark. So 1150 divided by 1.52 is 756. And that always got me close, like,
yeah,
that was always a math equate, because people, I would do it for the 8th to the quarter. I went 11,788, 1188. Well, the best I've been so far is 797. But I'm changing this converter because it has got a super tight nitrous converter in it. I'm just running on the motor. So I'm really hoping, I'm putting a super stock, an old school super Neil Chance super stock converter in it. So hopefully this thing's, yeah, I like it. 1.52. That's always, I probably shouldn't even be saying that, kind of giving away some secrets. But that's just something we always used to use. I'll never forget those numbers.
So, okay, here you go. So here is what I've been in the 8th running quarter. So I went 1137 in the quarter. I went a 722 in the 8th.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to use my calculator. So you went 722 times 1.52. And see, my math said you should have went 1097.
Right.
Did you let out on that pass?
No.
He was wide open.
I was wide open.
And you got a turbo car.
Yes.
So you would think it would back half hard.
Yeah. Like now this pass, I went 1158 in the quarter. And I went a 747 in the 8th.
1158 divided by 1.52. You went what?
747.
I see my math says.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, 747.
Should have went 761 ish.
Yep. So
I agree. Tyler, it's an Audi, so it's all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. Damn Kentucky math.
1150 is 732 in my math. My math is mathing. Yeah, I can't go 730s. I don't think this converter is going to pick it up that much. I ran 880s in the quarter, 550s in the 8th.
I wish I could find my
Billy Price. I always use 1.55, 1.56. Yeah.
I wish I could find my fast. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I can tell you. My draggy.
You got on a draggy?
Yeah. If I can find my draggy app. Okay, there it is. So, I mean, obviously, this is going to be not. I mean, it's obviously not going to be like a drag. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not a good tool, but it
is.
It's
a good tool. May not be exactly on point, but it is. It's a good tool.
Okay, so this pass here.
Look at your phone. Let me see.
I went a 713 in the 8th.
Yeah.
And I went 1118 at 119.
Hold on. You went what? A guy just sent me a calculator. You went what, Nate?
713.
So let me find it. Okay. And you went what in a quarter?
1118.
See, this one's way off. So this calculator, 1/8 mile to 1/4 mile conversion chart, a 715 is an 1130.
Really?
Yeah. See, yours is way faster in the quarter than this calculator.
Yeah. So then the pass after that one, because I went 1119, then I went 1118, but I went the same 1/8 mile. So I went a 713 and went 1119 versus a 713 at 118.
Right.
So. And there was a 1 degree difference. And it had less DA. And I went slower.
Yeah, see, that don't make sense.
Right.
What was the 60 foot? Difference.
167 versus 164. And I went my 164 60 was the slower pass.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at this guy.
What up, homie?
What's happening, fellers?
Nothing. You doing the Dutton thing tonight out there on the ranch? Oh man.
That's what happens when you're a goddamn cowboy.
Holy shit. Damn, man, that horse is badass. It's all white, ain't it?
Yeah, I bet Jen, I told Jen she could go for a ride tonight, but I bet her she couldn't stay on for 8 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. What are you out there doing?
I just got home from the track and wet a line for a second, and she had to go around. She lets her horses loose around here, and they go over there by the lake and then shit in the yard and everything.
Oh,
she lets them loose, like yeah. Here, I'll show them to you if you can. I don't know if you can see them or not.
It's getting pretty dark out there. Did you catch anything tonight?
Nope. Only first time I ever got shut out, but I was only out there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
No, it's dark.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. On here, it's super dark.
Huh. Bummer. Yeah.
Is Jeff doing buy one, get one tickets? No. That's one track that I would say he don't need to do that. That's one place, an event that ain't gonna happen.
I ain't mad at you for asking, but no, not happening.
Yeah, no shit. Have the horses turn blue. Jeez.
No, but they drink blue water. Hey, look, everything I got's blue. Blue smart cars, blue Corvettes, blue trucks.
Right. Blue t-shirt.
Blue t-shirt, yeah.
No shit, man.
Hey, check this out. Can you see that? I got a bathtub in my driveway.
Jesus. That going in the barn?
No, it's just a yard ornament.
Gosh.
And he put some tomatoes in it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Roy Taylor? Yeah, we was on here. Man, I said this earlier. What do you think? So, like the IHRA is paying out ridiculous money, right? In every class, paying out ridiculous money. And if you've got a fuel team and a fuel car and you go out first round, they give you $7,500, just for being first round losers. Well, then if you win first round of small tire, that brat class, you get $1,500. But you still look at the stands, and we've discussed it, and there ain't many people. If they got 2,000 to 3,000 people, they got a lot.
Have they even had that? Have they even had that?
Probably not. So why wouldn't somebody in their advertising marketing team be like, you know what? We need to do something. We either need to give away 7,500 tickets or 10,000 tickets, or we need to do a carload for $25 or $30 so that when we try and go get national sponsors, we can show, hey, we had 18,000 asses in the grandstands.
Yeah, one thing
was packed.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing about that is? The smart ones, you almost shouldn't even go after. I mean, I don't know if that's the correct term to use, but going after big companies for sponsorship, you don't want to do that until you're somewhat established. Because if they invest in you and you don't produce, they're out.
Sure.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'll just tell you my experience. Like, once your event is a big deal, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part.
And I think if they had 15 to 18,000 spectators in the stands every month at their event, because they're at big venues with huge grandstands. If sponsors turn on YouTube and look, and that place is packed, I don't care how they got in there. If it was free, they were giving away ice cream or hot dogs or beer.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Do whatever it takes.
The only other bad thing about that probably is, even though, I still think that I think that would work, like what you're saying, but you kind of set the precedence that we're letting you in for free.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell, it's gotta help.
It's kind of like putting a small tire race on and having added guaranteed money, a guaranteed pot. You know what I mean? Because then the next time they expect it, and then what I mean. They always expect it. Yeah, but man, you know what? I'll bet you most of them places, even like you said, the overhead they've got at those big tracks and the employees and just, is huge. And when they see 3,000 spectators in there, I guarantee you, like, coming from a track owner's perspective, they're going, holy shit, I am losing my ass right now.
Sure.
Yep.
And like I always say, man, it's, that is brutal. I don't even care if you're Daryl Cuttle and you have billions of dollars. Daryl Cutter didn't get like that from losing money. Okay.
No.
So he don't enjoy that.
If you got 15 or 18,000 people in there, though, and you let carloads in for $25 a carload, well, them guys are going to go spend $5 on a soda. They're going to spend $3 or $4 on a hot dog. They're probably going to buy a T-shirt. You know what I mean? I was like, there's got to be somebody in their fucking marketing crew that's smarter than me.
I don't think there is. Let me give you a perfect example of that. Like the U.S. Nationals, the granddaddy of all drag races, right? I've watched that place dwindle to 50% of the spectators, and they price themselves right out of business. So if you think about that, right? They raise the ticket price ridiculously, like $130 to get in there on finals day for one person, right? Then what happens is, okay, sure, they made 30% or 40% more on the ticket sale, but they've got less than 50% of the total people in there, and they just sold 50% less merch and food, and there's big money in that. It's bad business. It's stupid,
I'm kind of a no-brainer. If they're not going to pay 150, well, I guarantee they're going to pay 30. And I'd rather have 30 than I'd rather have 10,000 30s. Like,
100%.
Man,
all you had to do is get out of the 5th grade, and you could do the math on this. You don't need a college degree, you know. Trust me, I ain't got a bunch of diplomas hanging anywhere.
I'm like, man, what are these guys?
Hey, contrary to popular belief.
Right. I just don't know what they're thinking. It really does. I don't know. I'm kind of puzzled on that whole situation because
I think part of it is probably. I think part of it is they're probably sitting there thinking, like a lot of businesses, well, it's going to take some time to get it off the ground, but man, it's just across the board, it's not good right now. So I don't know. I mean, how many cars they have over there at that IHRA race last weekend? Do you know?
Small tire, they had 12.
That's just unbelievable. Why?
Blows me away. And the money's insane. It's $20,000 to win. I think it's $7,500 or $6,500 for second. It pays $2,500 for the semis. You know, and if you win first round, you get $1,500 already.
Why wouldn't all these guys that were going to go to the King of the South race, why aren't they there racing at this?
I have no idea. It really blows me away. It really does. I mean, that seems like that's the ticket in that style of racing right now. If I was going to
how many cars are locked in at King of the South? How many cars are locked in for that?
I think he has a full field of 64 locked. So I would imagine there's going to be somewhere between 50 and 55 cars, you know, on property, about like the other ones.
I'll be surprised to see how many show up.
Right. I figured 50 to 55.
I don't know, man. That's crazy to me that they have that kind of payout. I mean, you know what it is? I'll tell you what a big part of it is, as sad as it is. I mean, not sad. It's just, it is what it is. There's just not that many cars out there on that level. You know, let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? If you got 64 cars at King of the South, I mean, how many of them cars have zero chance of winning that race? Let's be honest. How many?
Out of 64, there's probably 55.
55. That's what I was going to say. If there's 10 people there that legit have a chance to win that race, I'd be impressed. Yeah. So, you know, with that being said, you know, a lot of these guys are probably, I hate to say it, but they're smart enough to realize it's not really worth rolling in there if you can't keep up with the Joneses, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, the ironic thing about that, I'm sure a lot of guys are like that, like I would be, like how I am. I know my place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
same.
I mean, I don't need to tell anybody that I was over there racing the Street Outlaws at the IHRA Brats. I don't give two, I'm not fast enough. I don't go there.
Right.
Big deal.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Mike, but when I say that, I'm not hating on the guys that are fast enough. I just think it's a shame there's only 12 of them show up.
Right. No, I'm with you 100% on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you doing, Mike?
Not much. I thought I'd check in. I just came inside from outside.
What do you say, Mike?
So you didn't say you was working. What was you doing outside?
No, I was working. It's been fucking crazy since I got home here. I hate it. I like Florida better. It's like intense here.
So do people know when you're getting home, getting back to the north, and they're lined up, ready to go?
Lined up out to the street, phone calls all day, every day. So I'm going to bring it in tomorrow. I'm like, holy fuck. No.
No shit, man.
I hate saying no to people, but it's a lot. It comes in hot because everyone's like, they've been chilling all winter, you know what I mean? And now it's spring, so
yeah,
they're ready to go, but I'm not. So I'm just trying to keep up here with everything.
Yep. Yeah. Everything ready to go and go racing?
Yeah, that too, right? I'm trying to stay on top of my own shit, which is now impossible. But
I've got a buddy of mine with a nitrous car. It's never even ran True Streets yet. Never even actually. I had this car running or drove it before, and he said he's going to run plumb slick up in your ass.
Tell him there's a long list actually on Facebook that I think people are putting together now. So He's probably number 35.
Damn.
I can't believe I'd be that low on the list.
It's a long list. I don't know what I've done to myself to deserve this, but I get that every day on Facebook now. Hey, man, I can't wait to see you at such and such place. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm like, holy shit. I'm just out here just trying to have a good time. I don't know. Everybody's so angry.
That's awesome, though. That's good shit.
I love fucking with Floyd. Floyd and I go back and forth all the time. I already told him. I said, I'll see you at War in the Woods. Put you on the trailer quickly so can head her on back. Last year he got lucky. We never got to race.
That's funny, man. That's good stuff, though. That's what makes it fun.
Oh, yeah. That's what
what I
mean?
If you can't do that, and so many people are so into their feelings now, and you can't do that with everybody. If you did that, they're gonna go cry, and go.
I love it. That's some of my favorite shit is when people are shit talking. That's the best.
I love that shit, man.
Happy, you are a diehard nitrous.
I am, homie. I still am, man. I love that shit. Probably the worst way to go fast, but I love it.
Yeah.
Shit. Most expensive too.
Some people are still making it work. So.
Oh yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Dude, I still think old school technology where shit really doesn't have a chance to mess up. Little electronics. You know what I mean? You set the timing where you need it. You got a carburetor. Man, there's still ways to make an old school nitrous car go fast.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with that. It's just I'm a data guy. I'm like a computer nerd, so I love all the fucking different
I get it. Yeah.
graphs and shit, and I like going back to the pits and going through everything, and chipping away at little stupid things that most people find irrelevant, but
you're really good at that, and you know what you're looking at. Some of the guys out there, they look at the squiggly lines and was like, holy shit, what's even going on here?
This fucking paint by number shit is crazy.
Like there's shit going everywhere. You can get lost. Some guys can,
No, and you can. I agree with that 100%. That's what I tell people, like guys who I built cars for or guys I help with tuning. I said, listen, get rid of half that shit you got on that graph there, because right now at the point you're at, that's irrelevant.
You're looking at too much. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just too many lines. I said, delete like fucking half of that shit you're looking at. Let's look at X, Y, and Z, and that's it for these passes.
Yep.
And let's start there, because they're fucking trying to look at 4 different shock sensors and fucking this and that. I'm like, listen. You're way too... That kind of shit you do later once you're comfortable with all the other shit.
Absolutely.
But for a guy like myself, like I like to get like the fueling perfect during spool up. Like stupid shit like that really isn't that relevant. But to me, I'm just like, that's the kind of shit I focus on.
Yeah.
Is the little nitpicky shit that really most people probably don't give a fuck about. But I'm always looking for that little extra. You know what I mean? If I can.
Yeah.
Hey, tuning them carbureted cars is easy as long as you ain't in New Jersey.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
Oh God.
Oh man. Dude, I was actually talking to speaking of Jersey, though, I was talking to Tabor this weekend, and I was like, hey, when's that King of the Asphalt or King of the Blacktop? When does that shit start? And he's like, man, it's actually going to be here pretty soon. And I was like, well, you holler at me and give me a heads up before the final weekend, before the final 8 cars go at it, all the winners go at it. And he's like, absolutely. And I said, dude, I want to come up for that night and hang out. And he's like, dude, so he told me what he went up there off the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
flying.
They're actually rolling. I mean, but there's some guys in our area that with ease could do that. I wouldn't say with ease. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't say
they could do it. Yeah, they could do it. It's not out of.
The problem is with that is you got to be out there how many weekends?
Well, you would have to go twice, because if you win your week or weekend, then you don't.
Oh, it's only 2 weekends. I thought it was more than that. Okay,
it's 4 weekends leading up to it.
Yeah.
But they do 10 cars every night, 40 cars locked in, guaranteed total.
That's
so
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Every night they
That is
do
cool.
the 10 car, or every week they do 10 cars, and then they take the 2 winners from each, or winner and runner up from each week, and go to the final night. And then the final night they got 8 cars battling for all the money from all 4 weekends. So you would only have to be there 2 nights technically.
Got ya.
But I was like, dude, I want to go. And then he showed me a video. He ran a boy the other night in the old Magic Johnson car that come here.
Yeah.
That was Zach Jones, and it was the Doc Holliday car, which you knew that car, Jeff.
Oh yeah,
It
my
went
buddy
back.
Paul built that.
It went back to New Jersey.
Yeah,
Really?
And he raced Tabor the other night. It's on the Tabor's
Dirty
Facebook.
Dollars.
It's on their Facebook. This old boy 100% guessed the light. And he said he told Tabor that he was going to do it. He's like, hey, I'm going to guess the light on you. And he did. And he caught this son of a bitch dead nuts perfect. Tabor was behind a car or two and jumped on the scramble immediately and was reeling this old boy in, but just ran out of street. And he showed me his draggy on that pass. And I was like, damn, man, that'd be fun. Like, and that road is narrow. It's in the middle of the woods. It's pitch black. Like, that's some real gangster shit.
Yeah,
I was like, I was like, dude, I'm missing this shit in my life. Because the other day he texts me while I'm here in Louisville. He's at Hardensburg, and he's like, hey, homie, you think we can get something popping tonight off here at the track? Like, y'all want to do a little grudge race? And I was like, man, there ain't nobody down there going to mess around and grudge race with you boys. But they're always, they love that shit, man. They live for that type of shit, that type of racing, which I do too. I love it.
Yeah. They were trying to do, the same guy who puts that on was trying to do $1,000 buy-in at I think 8 cars, and was trying to see if it'd be 8 dudes that would jump up and do that on the street.
I bet they would definitely be one to do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it works out there in the street, man. That thing runs good. Tabor's car runs really, really well. What's up, Luke?
Hi, brother. Yeah.
But yeah, I was
years ago, me and Tabor raced each other for 20 grand. 20 grand a side.
No shit.
Yep.
Where at?
Airport up there, at the airport up there in New York.
Oh, Samson?
No, the one that's is that what it's called? They don't have it anymore. What was that guy that dude that put it on? I forget his name now.
Robert Goodell?
No. This is
okay, that's not it then.
Oh damn, I don't remember the name of it. Yep.
Damn. I love that type shit. Go get them. I've got a good topic to talk about.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Put it out there. Let's see. Kenny Pyers is going to be a heavy hitter in True Street this year. He's got a good car. I can't hate on a big block nitrous car.
Me neither.
I think they need to spray it a little harder.
Definitely.
I do think they need to spray it a little harder. Don't be afraid of putting a jet in there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear your topic. Go get them. Devin, I think 60 was awesome. I think the car count, was down a fuzz, but
has been everywhere.
Yeah. And all the heads up classes was down, and I get it because it wasn't a points event. And then other people was bringing up good deals too, like it was Mother's Day weekend. So I get it. Well, someone asked Mike when he's racing in New York, please.
Patrick, this weekend.
Oh shit, y'all got something going on this weekend?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First Lancaster.
It's the Day race, ain't it?
Yeah. Daddy Dave.
So go get him. Daddy Dave is finished. You will not see him in a streetcar ever, all for sale.
Yeah, he said he's taking a break. He's focusing on his series and family and some other shit.
I mean, as he should.
Sometimes you got to.
I don't blame him. I mean,
yeah. Sometimes you have to.
The money's decent in that series. Like, I mean, I would probably give up that to obviously put on a good show.
Right.
On top of it,
Patrick
I hope people show up.
He said, is it Saturday only or is it Friday, Saturday?
Just Saturday.
So Daddy Dave said he will only tune. That's it. Finish with racing. He announced it after Kyle. Huh. I hadn't seen that.
I saw AJ.
Yeah,
AJ put his car for sale.
AJ Dean put the black truck for sale?
100,000.
Yep.
Come get it.
Yep. Turnkey?
150. No, 150.
Yeah, it wasn't 100. It was like 150 or 160.
150 for the roller.
Yeah, for the roller.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, it's a nice roller, but fuck me.
Holy shit. Everything at AJ's is for sale. Damn. Wonder what he's asking for the motor. He just bought that 959.
$100K with the FT700 and harness.
He knocked it down to 100 today.
Damn. Yeah, I just saw it like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, it was when he first put it out. It was 150. I saw it.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, holy fuck.
58 for the motor, Pat Musey. Yeah, I knew it's a new Musey piece. That's not crazy on that engine. That's $100,000 motor, new from Musey.
I think that roller's a little high priced.
I mean, it is pretty gangster. It's titanium, everything, 4-link bars, everything. But yeah, I don't mean that takes a. The thing is that truck's got a reputation, though. Somebody will probably pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Just got a deposit for my car as a roller. Dude, that's awesome, Cameron. Good stuff,
Mustang?
Man.
The Mustang?
Yeah, he's looking to step up and get like a 25.2 or 25.5. Cameron, I don't know. I would probably be looking for a 25 1, 2, or 3 chassis for sure, and go ahead and get you a nice piece. Series will be going worldwide if NRLMA does what they want to do. They just spent $4 million to take over the Australia Street Series. 28th true world title. Huh. You can't build it for 100. I agree. Picking up new roller after Shady Side. That's awesome, man.
Nice.
He did a live today talking about everything is sold but the roller and the motor. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will think, man, that is a bunch of money, for a rolling chassis. But if you sit down with a very established chassis shop right now and said, I've got a bone stock S10 here and this is what I want, man, I don't know if you can build that truck for 100.
No, you probably couldn't, but everyone and anyone knows that a race car ain't worth shit.
Right.
Let's be honest. I mean, I probably put 180,000 into my truck. It definitely ain't worth that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
don't sell yourself short now, Mike.
That's what I was going to say.
Hey, anybody want an 850 cert fucking leaf spring S10? Yeah.
Big End Media, 100 an hour. And it's probably a little more than that at some.
Yeah,
at a nice chassis shop, you're probably going to spend 150 to 200 an hour.
Oh,
I would say per man, plus material. And material's not cheap, especially if you're using good material.
Do racing?
Dude,
how Pac-Man do?
He really wanted to crash up Friday night. So he qualified well, and he started the race in 4th. He got up to 2nd, was battling for the lead, and he took him and the number 1 guy out. So when you take somebody out, they start you all the way in the back. So they put him all the way to 13th in the first 4 laps. He come back to 6th and was battling. He was trying to go 3 wide around 4th and 5th and takes both of them out. I'm like, boy, dude, he done blew the body off his car. I mean, he didn't give a shit Friday night. So they put him in the back again after he took out these 2 other kids. Well, he come all the way back and he finished 6th. And this is in a 15-lap race. So he definitely had the car to beat if he could have went around that guy that was leading and didn't crash him up. But yeah, he spun out quite a few cars our night. Body was laying out on the track. I mean, my boy awesome. He come in the pits. He said, I guess it just wasn't my night. So I hear you, kiddo. I was like, damn, man. Sometimes it ain't. He was upset about his body. I was like, shit, we already got another one. We got graphics. Like, we're good to go. So he's out there having fun, man. What happy I sent you a video of it on Messenger. Oh, the new car. Let's see. Let's see what we got here.
I'm trying to.
Hey, Happy, is Larry Houck going to make an appearance at War in the Woods finally?
I hope so.
He should.
I would think. He's still in here.
Everyone should be.
That's a good looking car. Yeah,
if he doesn't, if Larry doesn't show up, can you get him to the closest hospital and get his head examined?
I'm gonna take him to a veterinarian and tell him that he needs stitched up.
Sean, I don't know if I am or not.
What is it?
Oh, what I said earlier. If I didn't know if I was going to Knoxville.
Chris Lane, are you going with Billy a Saturday to Knoxville?
Man, I'm trying to find a video right now. Somebody said something about Mike having money, and I haven't found that clip yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that one's good.
Oh, wait. What happened here? Oh, Mike's on here twice. Hell yeah.
No, I keep hitting done up in the top corner.
That's a hell of a good Photoshop picture. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we could definitely put something in his hand.
I can't see the picture.
Oh, that's good.
Now what happened? Oh, okay.
You're in
now
here.
It's back. Yeah, every time you hit done in the top corner, I guess it's still on Messenger. It just kicks me out.
Yeah, it's typical. Move it to external browser, and then that fixes that problem.
Hold on, I haven't got anything pop up yet. It's taking a minute. Oh, there it is. Hold on. No, there it is. Just popped up. Oh, shit.
Don't play with me, boy.
Yeah, I got them gold things on there.
Them gold things.
Yeah. Looks like them strippers' teeth that I like. Oh, dude, that looks good.
Got fronts on.
Yeah. Got them all the way around. That looks sick.
Yep.
Heather, Larry will make a great spectator. Maybe he can drive. Oh, come on.
Unreal.
Happy, did you see the Miss Misery? Yes. Yeah, that was rough.
Hey, boy, I seen that guy swallow old Donald Long on a video. About made me throw up everywhere.
I did too.
Who?
Golly. You know what's weird? I never even what's the rules for that? Can you run all-wheel drive? I mean, what are the rules?
Jeff,
I've never
who's
seen
flagging War in the Woods.
Limpy.
I don't know what the rules are on that. I don't know.
I mean, what class was he racing in down there at 60 in the all-wheel drive truck?
I think he was in the pro no time truck. And I think it's like unlimited because it's big tire, radial, it's whatever you bring as long as it's a pickup truck. But I think he was going for like just the world's fastest four-wheel drive truck. He was trying to set a world record.
Yeah.
And man, that thing was a mess. And that dude, so this was 7 or 8 years ago. I burnt 2 pistons up and we were in Orlando and I put a Facebook post up. I was like, hey, I need like a ball hone. If anybody has, some, I needed some acid for the cylinders, try and get the aluminum off the sleeve. Like I needed all kinds of stuff. And that old boy is like, man, I got everything you need. So while I'm pulling the engine apart, Kinsey went to that guy's house that owns that Miss Misery truck. And he had boxes of shit. He had ring gappers, like every tool that I needed to fix that thing, calipers, everything. Like put it all in a box. And he's like, man, whenever you're done with it and you get home, just ship it back to me. Like super, super cool, dude.
That's
like that guy
cool.
really. Yeah, he really was like super cool, but I did see that video and I was like, geez.
Yeah, a little bit much.
Yeah. It is the world's fastest four-door or four-wheel drive pickup. Did y'all see the video of the motorcycle wreck in Canada where the bike got hung on the stoplight? No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, the bike was hanging from the street like in between the front tire and the engine.
Holy shit.
How'd it get up there?
I don't know how the fuck it got up there, but
it hit a car. A car went in front of it.
Must have been a hell of a ride.
Here, I got the video. Here, hang on. I'll find it.
That dude outdid me. That's a bummer.
Jeez.
Maybe I missed this, but is Limpy coming out at the end of the month? Or how's he doing?
Yep.
Supposed to.
Yeah. He's flying in on Wednesday. I just talked to him the other day. He wants me to pick him up at the airport, so I can't really see. I'll have to send that in the chat.
Oh
my
yeah, there it is. That's how you do that.
Send that in the chat, would you?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's insane.
Good
I think I have a screen grab.
That answers my question.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Did the dude?
Did he live, Chris?
I have no idea.
Damn. Larry Houck said there might be a Hemi with a screw coming on 28s. That's what I like to hear, Larry.
Oh, he's probably going to drive. He might drive.
Oh my God, Maxwell.
Is that Maxwell snoring?
Jesus Christ, bro.
Dude, that is funny. Dude, that's funny as hell. He is out. Poor guy. You done woke him up.
It's on its way, Jeff.
Okay. Hey, the line is on top of Jeff 24/7. Look at this thing.
Holy shit.
The fat little turd, this guy.
He's a mama's boy.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm on the live. Have some respect.
Oh, they said he made it. That guy in that motorcycle crash survived.
Oh. Damn.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's the picture I saw. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's insane.
That is insane.
Right?
Dude, I'll tell you what, that guy has a great story to tell. Thank God he lived.
And pictures.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can be like,
Yeah, I never actually
somebody's
saw the
telling their-
video. I saw the pictures, and I was like, "How the fuck did he pull that off?" Look at that thing.
hey,
Just chilling up
somebody's telling a cool motorcycle story, and then that dude walks up and goes,
there.
"Yeah, really?
Pretty wild.
You ever hung
Yeah,
a
this
bike
out.
off a traffic light?
Holy shit, man. That's insane.
Crazy.
That is nuts, dude.
Hey, shut up.
That truck, US.
Come on.
The truck is built with the best of the best. Yeah, I seen where he said he's going to start on a new chassis. So good for him. He said tubing's on the way and he's ready to get started. What's that? Streetcar Race Wars at Muncie, May 22nd. Whole Shot Media event. Adam Hudson.
Oh, good
Is
old gap
that-
train.
That's not the Dragon Drive deal, is it? That's something else going on?
Yeah, because the Dragon Drive event is it's this
No, I
week.
think
It's next
Adam
weekend.
hosts a bunch of
It's
stuff
next weekend.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's
the
the
same
22nd,
date, right?
yeah.
May 22nd, same
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it comes to Brown County on the 23rd.
Gotcha.
Is that where it starts? Is Muncie?
I think it starts at Bunker Hill, doesn't it?
Gotcha. I don't know.
Well, here, look
I'll
up
find
Back to the Streets on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's right. Back to the Streets.
Yeah. Yeah, the 20th is Bunker Hill. It's tech inspection and pre-party, and then the 21st is.
So what did you guys talk about tonight? What did I miss? I didn't hear any of the beginning. Anything interesting?
No, not really. Getting fans into some of these events. That was big topic.
Yeah. What's the idea there? Cheaper gate prices?
Oh, I said, yeah, either let a bunch in for free or $25 a carload or whatever. I probably wouldn't make that announcement until like the day before or something or the day of. But if, you know, like the IHRA, if they can withstand 20,000 spectators and they got 2,000, something's got to change.
Yeah.
I'm not the most brilliant dude on the block, but shit, dude, buy one, get one free, or I mean, something. There's got to be.
Hey, on a side note, VIP
I think it's
goes on
just
sale
a lot
for
of this
Liz
is
tomorrow night.
just where we are in the world right now with everything.
Yep.
Everything's
Tomorrow
just
night.
fucking very expensive.
No, I agree.
And it's a luxury. Like I even talked to some of the landscapers here because I deal still with a lot of like local landscape companies and stuff, construction. They all said, "Fucking this shit's slowing right down." Like, because again, landscaping's another luxury item. Racing is a luxury item. It's not a necessity.
Right.
So taking your family to the racetrack, you know, or buying food this week, people are going to pick obviously the food for the most part. So
my yard is going to be on
just,
point.
I think it's just
believe
where
that.
we're at right now in the world, like everything else.
Yeah.
Hey, let me run something by you guys and see what you think. So for all the
And if you give people shit for free, that you know, then they expect that.
Right.
That's a tough one too. You know what I mean? I guess
what's everybody think about this?
Fill their businesses and what have you, but it's hard to do that as well because it's like anything. Once you lower the price on something, it's the same as when people raise the prices.
Right.
Everyone's raising prices because of gas prices now.
Mike,
gas will go down, but I guarantee you the price of everything else won't.
Mike, stop interrupting,
Can
dude.
you hear Jeff?
No.
Every
Mike, can
time
you hear me?
start talking, Mike or Jeff starts talking.
I didn't hear Jeff once.
That's weird.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
listen to this. So
Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hold on, Mike.
people, let me know. I'm trying to get this done before War in the Woods. I'm bringing another Connex box in. I'm gonna build a handrail around the top of it. Yeah. Can you guys not hear me?
I can't hear him. I don't hear him at all.
Back out and come back in.
Weird. Anyway, so I got this Connex box coming in. We're going to build a handrail on top of it and a set of a double seat section. Yep. And
I can only
it's going to be a separate VIP for 50 people. And it's going to be, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but you're going to have your own bartender up there with beer. And I'll probably do something like 12 beers per day are included in that. And it's just for them 50 people. It's going to be down there on at the almost the finish line on the right lane.
Yep.
Elevated. I'm going to bring gravel in and make a nice place and have somebody that can grab your food for you and everything. Like a real.
Dude,
that's
sick.
I like it. That's badass.
Yeah, I think
that'd be awesome. Like a shipping container. It'd be on the top of like a container. Oh, that'd be awesome, dude. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll build a set of stairs that goes up, and on the very end of it, there'll be a big beer tub down there, and
yep, that's sick.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
I like it. Yep, I do too. No, that's awesome. What time did the VIP go on sale tomorrow?
7, I think, doesn't it, Jim?
I think it is 7.
Look on the World of Wood page. I think it's 7. Yeah.
Yep, I think it is too.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Now I can hear everybody again.
that was
you were dead talking right over Jeff the whole time.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear him.
That's why I started to say something. I was like, this motherfucker doing this on purpose.
Honest to God, the only person I could hear was Happy. He was the only one I could hear. That's why they kept saying you're talking over Jeff. I'm like, Jeff isn't talking. I don't hear a fucking thing.
That's funny.
Sorry, Jeff. My bad.
Damn it.
No, you're okay, Mike.
600 beers a day. Hey, that's a hell of a VIP, ain't it, Pro Tree?
What do you get
Pretty
with
badass.
VIP tickets for War in the Woods is the question.
There you go.
What do you get? You get VIP parking. You get 5 free beers. You get a $10 food voucher. You get access to the stage in the VIP area on the left lane. But, that also gets you in for 2 days. So, I mean, honestly, most people, well, the people love it. I mean, it literally, I can't explain this to you. It literally sells out in 1 second.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's been a while since it ever lasted 1 minute.
Yeah, it don't even last. I mean, I get all these hate messages after because people are like, I bought tickets right at 7:00 and it didn't take my payment. And I'm like, I want everybody to understand that I'm going to make a post actually tomorrow morning about that. This is an online store.
Yeah.
Phone. Oh, this is an online store. Okay. So we offer 120 VIP tickets. When the 120th ticket is sold, the store will not accept your payment. It obviously won't. It declines your payment. You know what I mean? Because it's sold out. So if you get on there and you don't get a ticket, that's because it was sold out. That's not because we didn't want to sell you a ticket. You know what I mean?
Blow that up, Chris, if you can.
I can't. That's
Julie said 3 free beers, drinks.
Oh, 3. Sorry.
You get a VIP lanyard. You get your entrance every day for the event. You get VIP seating area and access to the stage. You get VIP parking, which is right up front. It is the best parking in the whole place. The parking is amazing. You get $10 food voucher, good at any vendor. 3 beer tickets.
Drink tickets.
First 25 to purchase get a coupon for a free beverage at the Beach and Lemonade. And then 10 random VIP will get a free t-shirt. So and literally it sells out in less than a minute. I haven't seen it last a minute in multiple years.
Yep.
Story of my life, right? I had to. Shit.
mean,
Julie.
theoretically, if it only lasts a minute, you should get it 10 times a day. That's still only 10 minutes.
Right. Hey, that's plenty. Julie said a $10 food voucher, VIP parking, lanyard, entrance all weekend. Oh, I'm ahead of you, Julie. Julie serves the beer too. If she's serving the beer, you're going to get a half one.
And a sticker.
Drink half of it?
Well, yeah. I mean, she won't drink the beer. Now, if she's serving a White Claw, you may not just get it at all.
Plus a Warren Woods sticker and a cool Warren Woods keychain. That's awesome.
That's a deal.
Sean sold, but Jeff said 5 free. So Sean, if you get one, then we'll make sure you get 5 beers.
Yeah, I can throw you a couple extras.
First Warren Woods.
Thanks for the info, fellas. Going to be my first Warren Woods coming up from Canada. So you're coming down from Canada.
You must have my map.
That's awesome, Don. We'll definitely see you there. Man, I haven't heard from my people from Germany, but they said they're coming. I'm going to reach out to him. There's 3 of them coming. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, tell them to go to the gate 1 and tell them they're from Germany. They get in for free.
Yeah, man, I'd really like to see.
Now everyone's going to be from Germany.
Yeah, now you ain't going to get these people confused because 2 of them don't even speak English.
I'm coming in lederhosen then. I'm going to walk right up to the gate.
Yeah, it's super cool to see
No
this
Jeff.
family coming over. I'll make sure everything's with this family's all squared away, and I've been talking to them for a while, so it's really cool. I'm feeling German all of a sudden. It's wild, man. Well, I met the mother at World Cup, and like I said, she had to speak to the son in German, and then he would translate it to me. Like, she doesn't understand any English. Like, it's neat, man. It's pretty wild.
I'll just tell Julie to make sure she makes the woman show her armpits. She got big old hairy armpits. Let her on in.
Oh shit.
Well, there's the end of Julie.
$150 VIPs to ride on the bus with Happy. Only 2 available. I'm telling you, I'm gonna drive the bus. I am gonna drive the bus.
Oh boy.
I'm excited. If ice rolls in the gate, Happy will ram their rig with the bus. Oh shit. Canadians have a 75% tariff.
We live with a 35% one. Trust me, every day.
It's crazy. Dude, I bet in the last week, I've probably had 20 people reach out asking different things about Warren Woods. They've never been there, and they're coming.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's super cool. Never been watching it for years. Can't wait to see you guys, meet you in person, yada, yada. You know, what do we need to do? Like, just show up and have a good time. We'll be partying with you. Like, it's been.
Hey, we
cool.
might have a band there Thursday night too.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Sick, man. No thong this year, Happy? I always got thong on, Patrick Swayze. Yeah, I may not show it, but I'm always wearing one. So
Is Patrick coming?
So under the shorts, just imagine that I am wearing one.
And he's wearing it backwards.
Yes. Yeah. Like Limpy says, you get more coverage that way.
Hey, y'all know Patrick from Roadrunner, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's already at the track.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I got him working down there. You hang out with Jeff, you go to work.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I've been thinking about some ideas as far as the like camera stuff like that for the live Thursday. I think I got an idea.
So do I need to bring my stuff though?
I would definitely bring the laptop for sure.
Headset.
I mean, I don't think you need to bring a headset because we'll be right beside each other.
Yeah.
You guys partying Thursday night?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. And I am not leaving the track until the race is over. That's the best part. And along with Alex.
Oh boy.
Facts.
I'd say Chrissy Poo's coming out on Thursday.
Oh boy.
We're getting lit. We're getting lit Thursday night. Well, Alex ain't gonna be there because
I will, Julie.
He's a lame ass, so it'll just be.
I got to work.
Oh,
I might make an appearance Thursday. You never know.
Okay. I'll be there Thursday, 100%.
Julie, I can do that too. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will. I'll bring it. She said, "Bring the big golf cart." So yeah, I've got the 6-seater. I'll bring it down, and
Does
then
it have brakes?
No, it still has the same ones it's always had. It half-ass stops.
You just got to brake early. You just got to hit the brakes early.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone brakes?
Well, yeah, that helps. Or wheel chalk. You may want to carry wheel chalk with you. Pitch it out just in case. Yeah, I'll bring it. If they are partying on Thursday, you may need a drink interpreter. Well, I say we're going to be. I would be. Kenzie just walked in. I'm not partying on Thursday.
Are you bringing the mini keg of Fireball?
I'm bringing plenty.
I'll bring plenty.
Plenty.
I will bring a bottle.
What? Why about what? Huh?
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go.
The bathroom is spotless. Can we piss in the toilet?
No, I like pissing around it. It's like I like marking my territory.
He is a child, isn't he, Kenzie?
I like, yeah.
What did he say?
I like pulling my shorts down to my ankles, no hands, and trying to make it in there.
Just look like this.
I just like trying to make it. But I'm marking my spot too. That's going to keep all other men out of my bathroom.
They're happy. There's something for you.
What is it? Y'all want us to bring some of that West Virginia shine? Holy shit.
Yes,
I know.
please.
No, bullshit. I got an old jar. I can't even drink that shit.
No, I want the pink stuff.
Well, that pink moonshine was fantastic. We're going to bring what we got left over, and then I'm going to make butterscotch moonshine out of the 1 quart. He says you can dilute that 1 quart that I got there. Alex and Chris, remember that clear one that I took that big swig out of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That 1 quart of moonshine will make 3 quarts of butterscotch moonshine. You just mix it with butterscotch schnapps. That's how strong that shit was. He said if it ain't 180 proof, he'd kiss my ass. I said, well,
dude,
I really don't want to kiss my ass.
Very small shot of it.
Dude.
It was. I ain't never tried anything like that before.
It was rough. Man, I can't wait. Can I sleep in my pickup truck at the track? Because I'm sure all the rooms are. Absolutely. If you want to sleep in your truck, yeah.
There are rooms still available. I actually just looked the other night because I just did this deal for me and Alex because we're getting I'm towing a camper over, and there are rooms available. There's a couple like little like 1 or 2 bedroom suites in downtown Nashville that's still there. They're not crazy expensive, but it was way cheaper for doing what I'm doing to go there.
The camper. Yeah.
Yep.
Did they bring it there for you?
No, I'm bringing it myself because my dude owns a camping rental business.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That he'll let you haul it and everything yourself.
Yeah, I'm taking his truck with me, and I'm gonna haul the biggest camper he's got.
You got a generator, gas jugs.
Got a generator, got everything. It's brand new. It thing's brand fucking new.
Make sure you fill it up with water.
The shitter up on that one.
Yes. Be full of water. It'll be ready to go.
Good stuff, man.
Jesus.
Chris, just run the shitter hose down the hill there at Warren the Woods. It should be fine.
Oh,
perfect.
Stop it, Mike. Listen,
this
is one of the premier drag strips in America. The idea of pouring your shit right out on the ground does not sound applicable.
Actually, yeah, don't do that because I got to be at the bottom of the hill there. Never mind. I take it back.
Oh shit!
Yes, you can.
Are you able to walk to Bill Monroe's? Absolutely, and the actual path to and from is really, really nice. It's all brand new. It's all fresh cut through.
But if you wait for the bus, you might get lucky and have a guest driver.
Yes.
Celebrity.
And there is a bus.
Celebrity driver
that comes.
Hey, we got some new fast multi cars coming too. I'm not even going to drop names, but
hell yeah,
a couple that's never been there before that are gangsters.
Party at Christie's trailer. Yep.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, the RV's rocking this weekend. Just don't.
I
Jeez.
don't want to know what you and Alex are up to. What's fucked up?
Yeah. If that thing was rocking, the last thing I would do is open the door.
Oh shit!
We can't be unseen.
We might have some snuggle bunnies with us this weekend or something. You know.
Let me know if anyone wants me to bring you some Crown Apple Thursday. Absolutely, that's not even a question.
Yeah, I know I'm bringing a bottle of Crown Apple.
Yeah, and if they haven't, then get one with a handle. Get one big enough that we don't wrap our hand around the bottle. Get one with a handle. If you're going to bring one,
gotta stay classy out
here. Yeah, we need them with a handle. And then when we open the top, we throw the top away. So you ain't taking nothing back with you. What else we got? May wait for Happy driving the bus. Jeez.
Fucking Zach.
RV rocking from him and Happy sword fighting. Jeez.
That's not even possible.
Right.
The bellies on them too, and them little Vienna sausages. Ain't no way.
We'd have road rash around our belly buttons for anything.
Jesus Christ.
God almighty, I didn't think it was going to go that far, but Jesus.
Oh, shit. What that say? Is Jeff running a Nitro Harley? Well, I hope not.
No.
Jeff
I have before.
Nitro Harley at Warren Woods. Man, it would be cool just to bring one fired up, one of your old bikes, just have it sitting there in the bed of the 55.
Yeah.
Damn. That'd be sick, dude. Jesus.
We could bring it down there and fire it up Thursday night. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be sick, man. Happy try Crown Apple with Code Red Mountain Dew. No shit. I drink it with Sprite. That's kind of like my just go-to drink. I've never tried it with Code Red.
That's what my brother likes too.
Code Red?
He's a big Crown Apple. No, he's a big Crown Apple drinker.
Man, I love it.
He drinks it with Coke, I think.
I'm a ginger ale guy.
I like ginger ale too, homie.
Ginger ale and rye is always good.
Yep. What rye do you like?
I drink Crown, or we have Alberta Premium here. I don't know if you have that or had it.
I'm looking up at my shelf now to see what I got rye. I
got all kinds. I can bring you some foreign stuff if you want. Oh.
Well, that's what I was gonna. If I got a bottle of something good here that's rye, I'll bring it, and you can try that too.
I got Crown Royal XO, Crown Royal Apple, Crown Royal fucking Vanilla, Crown Royal Black. What else we got?
I heard the black and lemonade's killer.
Yeah, that one's good. Oh, 40 Creek. Do you have 40 Creek?
No. I never heard of that.
All right, I'll bring a bottle of that for you to try.
I think Kenzie needs to make some of them purple drinks.
Oh yeah, I'll get it. We still got everything.
Oh yeah, what were those last year? Those were good.
Purple motherfuckers.
Yeah, those things.
Oh my
That's good
god,
shit, man. It tastes like Kool-Aid.
Don't go to the strip club with Happy. That's all you'll hear.
Dude, them were the best.
I don't know how many I drank in the strip club, but I had too many. I know that.
Shit's good.
Good.
Candy makes good ones. I mean, shit, she made those that one night, and
they're good.
I mean, they were strong enough that I was feeling it.
Yeah. Julie said blackberry. I still haven't tried it though. The blackberry with lemonade. And everybody said it's a killer drink.
Yeah, that one's good too. They're all good. All the crowns are good. Fuck.
You want to say, you know what? I'm going to try to get the time off because I should be buying an RV by next weekend. Damn, that's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Well, if you get that RV, you need to be hollering at Bill Monroe's. Get you a spot. Probably quickly. Because I would say if they are not sold out, they're right at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. But you can go online and see.
I'll also have a gallon of 180 Everclear. I'm good. I'm good on that. This moonshine that I've got in there is it's rough.
It's literal fire.
Yeah. It's worse than drinking the 85, I would assume. It's rough. But I am going to mix it and have butterscotch moonshine. So I'm going to get a bag of the butterscotch candies and put in the jars too. I like butterscotch.
I'm anticipating it to be a severe shit show Thursday from the way this
I guarantee.
Oh, when is it not?
Julie said Bill Monroe was at 200 spots sold the other day, so they're getting extremely close. So yeah, if anybody's watching and that's your plans, probably reach out to
Better get on it.
Just drinking, rubbing alcohol. Absolutely. I definitely want some of the butterscotch shine. I'm excited for it too. They told me how to mix it. So I'm gonna make it.
That scares me.
Be all right.
Mike, it was the strongest moonshine I'd ever had. And the old boy that made it standing right there beside me. And he said, I made that about 15 years ago. I'm like, holy shit. And
15 years ago.
And nobody still drank it.
It's like that shit at Terry's house. Nobody wants to touch that shit. Fucking
man. It was right.
I think I'm gonna make sure the taco truck is open early on Thursday.
Good idea. Yep. Good idea.
And late Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's nice, especially like during all that, because people are going to eat, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be bullshitting. Be able to walk around, look at all the cars and bikes. Jamie's gonna have music blaring. Like Thursday is a good time. So people that is watching too, or if you're just planning on coming Thursday and Friday, I 100% recommend trying to get there Thursday evening. 6, 7 o'clock, roll in, hang out with us. Like Jeff said, if the taco truck will be open and running, there may be a drink or 7, handed around.
Yeah,
or a bottle or 2.
We'll be on the stage, hanging out, chilling, talking and stuff. And
we're
obviously going to be live too on top of it, like we normally are. But
cars people will be firing cars up. Like it's a good time, man. What else? Well, can I just park at the track? Can I? If you're driving your truck, yes. Yeah. If you're just driving, your pickup truck and you plan on sleeping in your truck, then yeah. Is the KOA off of 135 filled up or maybe around Story? I know there's a KOA right outside of Nashville.
Well, Story is south of Nashville, southeast a little bit. So I'm not sure about that. You'd have to call them and check. But yeah, you're a good 30, 35 minutes south of the track in Story.
Gotcha.
That's the name of the town.
Someone grab Pro Tree Ben a couple cases of apple or bush apple. That his go-to drink?
He likes them when he's down there, yeah.
I'll be there around 3 or 4 Thursday and can help with whatever, Jeff.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Dustin Fay.
Yeah, I'll probably be there early Thursday too.
Well, the good thing is that we'll have basically the track will be set up the weekend before because we have the drag and drive coming through. So I like it because of that. It forces me to be ready way ahead of time. So
yeah.
You think Olympia is healthy enough to be there? He's doing everything he possibly can and says he's flying in early. So that is the plan.
Yeah, he don't want to miss. Trust me, people. He loves it.
Yep. A shot of Fireball and a can of Bush Apple. Thank me later. Bush Apple are seasonal, and I have not seen them yet. You know what's crazy is there was a dude from Chicago drinking them this weekend at US 60, and he found 2 cases of them at a little local gas station and bought all they had. That's all they had was some 2 cases. So I'm sure they've probably been sitting around since last year. But he was tickled to death. We'll be there with the little purple wagon. Absolutely. Rusty, me and Jeff was actually just talking about you yesterday. I said, you're one of many people that probably race anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, I think Aaron was trying to get him to come up and race Little Gangsters at our deal.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. James Bell, still need the Starlink? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
That will be something we will need Thursday evening.
Yep.
I'm drinking a Bush Apple now. I'm in the Dragon Drive. We'll be there the week before. So I can't park the camper there. No, not on the grounds. Not for spectators. Now, racers that have an RV that's pulling in an enclosed or something, then, they can. But another thing that's been an issue, and Jeff's touched on this a few times, of racers bringing in their RV and their enclosed, and then their buddy following them in with a camper. Well, it gets really tight, and he's put a stop. If you're pretty much a spectator or a crew and you got a camper, you need to be at Bill Monroe's.
We just don't have space,
The parking on the premises is for the racers, the VIP, and then when it's full of spectators, then the parking moves over to Bill Monroe's.
Yep.
So if you want to park on the grounds in your everyday car, you need to get there early. Every day.
Yeah.
And if you don't make it, then there's plenty of parking at Bill Monroe's. Plenty. And the shuttle bus runs all the time, or you can walk through the woods to come through. I mean, there is plenty of parking. Petey Small Block ever been there? No, I don't think he has.
I've talked to him before. I'm sure he'd like to. I don't know. I don't know why not. I got to reach out to Tabor. I wonder if he's coming.
Tabor is coming, but not with his car, because I asked him. He's coming to tune. What's Frankie's car?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Frankie's coming.
Okay.
With his car.
Yeah.
Yep. Frankie's coming, and Tabor's going to tune it.
Why in the world didn't David bring? He was at David. I told you Tabor stopped by my shop, didn't I? Here about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah. Why wouldn't, if he's coming, why wouldn't he bring his car?
I don't know. I know he's in the middle of doing a swap on the motor. So I don't know if it's still together or if he sold the engine that was in it. I don't know. So may have to drop motorhome off early. I may be stuck in Chicago driving from there. but he can get it set up for you.
His son.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, I've set one up before too. So
yeah.
And you,
password and shit.
You still have the Starlink, don't you?
No, it's at the shop.
Oh,
which I could possibly get it Friday before Cincy Street Nights. Yeah, I may check on that.
Okay.
Patrick,
so I gotta get off here. I gotta get in the shower and shit. But
we're gonna be right behind you, homie. We're just gonna chat for a minute. Hell, I gotta go back to work. I'm trying to make it to the track tomorrow. My car don't have any brakes or transmission, converter, exhaust, nothing. And it's sitting out here on jack stands, 3 foot in there. Ain't got a lick of brake lines on it.
In the driveway?
That's why I'm sunburnt. Been out in the fucking driveway all fucking day on my back underneath this pile of shit.
This dude is a shade tree mechanic. I'm telling you right now. You pull in his driveway, it's hard telling what you'll see on jack stands or stall horses.
Facts.
I was getting private messages today. One dude messaged me. He said, "Hey, you mind if when I get off work, I pull in there and check out that Monte Carlo you got on jack stands?" Kenzie's like, "That's why I don't want shit out our driveway. Like these people don't even know us." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care."
All right, y'all appreciate it. We'll see you guys later.
See you, Jack.
Bye.
Matt.
See ya.
We got Charlie Brown going to be there. No. It's going to be down for a little bit. I mean, I slept in my truck at KD, so there's no big deal. Just leave the motor home at home. Yeah. And you can walk over to Bill Monroe's and take a shower. We got a shower house.
It's actually a pretty
nice
shower house.
Yeah, real nice one. So
I showered there last year.
Yeah, bring everything for showering and shit. You'll be good to go.
And bring quarters.
Who?
Quarters. Yeah.
Yeah. For the shower.
Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Pro Tree video will be live from Milan, Michigan, Saturday afternoon. Small Tire True Street, and a couple other classes. Awesome.
Yeah, I think they're doing a front side no prep.
The vet will not be there.
Corvette will not be there.
No, sir.
No. What's up, Gabe?
What's up, sir?
What's up?
You gonna be in Knoxville this weekend? It's a hometown track. Mike, what time does the drag start on Saturday?
That's a good question. I'm going to probably be there at 11. I don't know, but I'm thinking normally it's around 1 o'clock they start racing.
He said he's 3 hours away.
Let me look. I'm not quite sure. I normally look the day before.
I might ride to War in the Woods.
Yeah.
Ride what? Motorbike?
Yeah, motorbike. Harley Davidson.
How far are you from there?
Like 2 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Be filthy dirty though.
Yeah.
That would be my only.
Bring a bed sheet with you. Cover that dude up with a bed sheet just to keep the dust off the engine, shit, wiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like depending on where we'll be. Yep.
XP Racing is Harley. No, sir.
Gabe just got off the phone with Sam Vincent for 3 hours. But yes, boys' graduation Saturday also. Awesome. Sam's a great dude, man. Austin was on here earlier with us.
Yeah, I was right. Gates open at 11. Racing starts at 3.
Patrick said, "Don't forget my prize pack."
I won't. I got it.
Yeah, other than Knoxville this weekend, I'm pulling up the calendar right now, see what Cincy Street Nights, obviously, which
Cincy Street Nights Friday.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty good. I know Birdman's got a shitload of bikes coming.
Yeah. Weather looks good.
Yeah, it's their first BMF event finally of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there ain't really too much. Get Streetcar Takeover okay this weekend, which I'm sure will be pretty good. I know they're paying good money for Little Gangster and stuff this weekend. And first Hoosier No Prep is this weekend at Wabash Valley.
Hey, so listen to this. Okay. So there was, it's on my mind. I'm thinking of it because you said Little Gangster. So we all know Jimmy Dale and Poland's rules and their name. So if you call the class Little Gangster, then it needs to be ran. One, it needs to be okayed by them. You get the approval, whatever you have to do there to be able to use the name. Two, it must follow all of their rules. So now that Duck has pretty much took the same rules and called it something else, now it's called Racer X, but he's continuing with the same rules. There was a post made yesterday here local where a lot of guys was complaining about how those rules are done. They're not really Little Gangster followers. They're more of a 530 index guy.
Okay.
So I had a conversation yesterday with a guy, and he's like, dude, I cannot stand that one race is done one way. So they go to Racer X at South Georgia. During testing all week, they got time slips. Then it goes to first round. They didn't get anything. Well, this past week, Racer X event, same promoter, same event. They didn't get no time slips during testing and no time slips during eliminations.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, why is that being changed? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not him. I have no idea. And he was like, well, why can't we get, if it's a whole nother event than Little Gangsters, and the majority of the people want a ticket or want the clocks on or want this, they all want something. Why can't we do it since it's really not Little Gangsters? And I was like, well, I don't know. That's a him question. Like that needs to be brought up with him. If this is a Duck event, you're complaining about this event or how it's ran or the rules or whatever, that needs to be brought up with him. And he's like, well, are you doing any of that? So I said, well, me and Chris Lane's putting on an event next month, and we're doing Little Gangster. It's free entry. You have to pay for a tech card, which is $35. As of right now, it's $3,000 to win, free entry, and you're running for an HRA Wally, which sometimes could be worth more than the money. And he was like, well, damn, that's awesome. He's like, well, how's it going to be ran? I said, it's going to be ran just like Little Gangster is supposed to be ran, because it is Poland and Jimmy Dale's, a branch of their event. They're behind it. We're using their logo. We're using their pictures. We're using everything they have. And he said, well, you personally doing anything? And I said, yeah, actually, ever since he Street Nights. But if you look at the flyer, mine says 530 index. Mm-hmm. And I'm leaving it at that because in my eyes, that's what it is.
Yep.
And there is some rules, and we are kind of running the same deal. You don't get tickets. You do get your ticket in testing, but you don't get your tickets, and we're not showing any times. And he was like, well, why wouldn't you, since it's 530 index? And I said, you know what? That's a good question. And how about this? What if we, to turn the boards on for the fans, we show an ET, and we'll show an ET on your ticket, and we'll show a reaction time, but nothing in between. We'll print a ticket with your reaction time and your ET, because a good bracket racer uses everything.
Mm-hmm.
They got to see every interval, and they need to see the mile an hour. They need to see it all. I said, so we're actually giving something, and I may not do this. I said, but if we decided to do it, we would be giving you guys something, but not giving it all to you. And he's like, dude, that would be awesome.
I think just turning the boards on is good enough. You don't even need to give tickets. You just need to show people, because from their pits.
Final EP.
Yeah, the amount of fucking bullshit that brings always when the boards are off, I don't know how they do it, or how, like, I don't know. We did it with our 650 index for 3 races, and it was such a nightmare having the boards off with the complaining and the fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That I don't even see why it matters. If you just show people their ETs, even if they're bracket racers, it don't make a difference. Like, why the boards are off is something that will always bother me about that class.
Yep. And I mean, I was thinking about it today, and I was like, that may be something we could possibly change. Now, for this Friday, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make a change 3 days before a race. Yeah. But I thought about, for the future, if guys really do want this, and this would make them come race, they're holding back because they hate not getting tickets and stuff, then give them a little something, but not give it all to them. And I would like the boards to be on.
Me too.
I would like to see, if it's not
it makes
Little
more
Gangster.
Sense. It makes more sense to everybody then.
Right.
From a spectator point of view, watching Little Gangsters is horrible, because you have no fucking idea why anyone won, why they didn't win. You look, all of a sudden just win lights come on, and you have, like, it's like, why? Or how far off were they? Or I don't know.
Right. Yeah. And we all understand why it's done like that, but the vast majority of fans, spectators, and even still some racers don't get it. Like, I went round and round with a guy today that only races 530, and he just couldn't grasp the whole no time, no slips. He just couldn't grasp it. And I was like, hey, homie, I'll explain it real quick. I was like, these really, really good bracket guys, if they had a ticket, and if they had multiple tickets from that day and they could compare every round, they would come in here and literally
wipe the floor.
Yeah, but why can't they do that already with draggies? The draggie is basically the ticket.
It's still not accurate enough. And it fluctuates so much. They say
I don't
these guys,
that.
Dude, this bracket race last weekend. So he explained this to me. After it was a 50,000. They paid 50,000 one day, 50,000 the other day. It was called the multi 50, whatever. Yeah. So after second round, the racing was so close. He lost on a 0.003 total package. So that means that this guy went 002 on the light and ran off of his ET by 001. So he dialed in, like, I'm just use this for round numbers. He dialed in a 450. So he went 450 with a 1 and had a 002 reaction time. And he said throughout the rest of the event, the biggest total package loss was 0.006. That's how tight these dudes are. They all go 00 lights.
Oh, yeah.
And they all are within, 00 something of their total package. And I was like, holy shit. He goes, dude, that's the point. If you give these guys the tickets and a full tree. Now, see, I still like running the 530 on instant green because that throws it completely off.
That throws them off 100%.
That throws, and that's how we do at Cincy Street Nights, because that throws it complete. That is a whole nother curveball into that class. Mm-hmm. You can't react to an instant green. It's impossible, and especially if you put it in the starter's hand, which we do. The starter flip. So it completely throws them off. But I have been thinking about giving the guys something, and maybe, like you said, maybe not even give them a ticket, but just turn the boards on.
Turn the boards on. I think that's cool for spectators too, because then it makes more sense to everybody when they're watching.
Yeah, just something different.
Was that instant green this weekend?
Well, I never paid enough attention to it, but a guy said it was. But I don't think it was. I thought everything down there was Pro Tree.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I saw that too. That's what I saw somebody say that too, and I was like, and they said they hated, the whole instant green thing.
And some guys do. But then you've got, I think, to even it up, that is about one of the only ways you could. If you run a Pro Tree, these bracket dudes that know, because they leave off the top bulb anyways.
Yeah.
They're if you leave off any other type of tree, they're a top bulb type of dude. Didn't you light the boards last year in 530? No. Never lit the boards.
That's never so far that's not been.
And I call it 530 index. I'm not using, the name. I'm not trying to come up with a fancy name. I'm kind of calling it like it is, but I'm curious if guys would want that. So you can guess. Absolutely.
See, I like instant green with the jump camera. That fucks people up because if you use the actual timing system, they can leave before the green and guess. But if it's tire crack with an instant green, you're right fucked. You have to leave on green.
Right.
I mean, you can guess, but it's no different than guessing on a flashlight then. So
yeah,
you've got to be precise on your guess because we had that same problem with instant green, no jump camera. Guys were just letting go of the button and it wouldn't red light them.
And going green.
Yeah.
Right. My draggy is 3 numbers off of 532 at US 60, had me 24th out of 45-ish cars. Holy shit.
I don't know. Yeah. I've used my draggy at a Mockley and it's been fucking right on the number a bunch of times.
Wow.
It's been accurate. Like, very accurate.
It depends on the place. I mean, I'm not going to speak for because obviously I've seen Tommy's draggy times at Bradenton, and it's eerily similar to what Rusty just posted. And
it's usually 2 to 3 thou off.
Yeah, and mine is the same way. My draggy is the same way in my car. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it all depends on,
I guess, depends where you are.
The satellite service and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I mean, we went and tested the other night in Eric's car on the street, and his draggy kept saying we kept going 1.560 foots the exact same time every time. But
wow,
we put 2 or 3 degrees in it and kept raising the launch RPM up,
and it kept going,
and it still said it went the exact same 60 foot 154. 155. So,
does he have the Draggy Pro?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
I need to get one for my 750 ride.
You do?
I know. I still never bought one.
Shit, I don't even own one. I think that the one I have belongs to Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it. But yeah, I was wondering what you all thought of that, because and Mike, he likes the boards on for that class, and that may be something I change at Cincy Street Nights, because that's really, besides doing the little gangster race with Chris, that's the only other thing really where we're doing anything index at, because we use the timing system.
If you're calling it an index, then I think you should at least light the boards. You don't have to do slips, but just light the ET board.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be cool. What's that say? I've seen quite a few draggies off lately. Yeah. So Happy, are you saying if you get on your back, put the tranny in, will you be at Warner Woods with it? Well, the plan is to drive it there, actually. The plan is to be at the track tomorrow, my local track. The plan is also to race it Friday night at Cincy Street Nights in a class. And then I want to drive it to Warren Woods.
Real streetcar shit.
Real streetcar shit. And it's about 100 and I don't know. It's probably 110, 20 miles from my house to Brown County.
That'd be
get
cool.
out get out on the highway and ride, man. It's cool. Power windows, seats, but I do want to have a radio in it by then. I don't have no stereo. They put the gauges where the stereo and shit is, and that drives me nuts. I want to take all that shit out and clean it up and put a for real radio in it.
All right,
Hello.
I gotta say good night because I'm on 3% and my charger's in my bedroom. I don't feel like going to get it.
That's the best place for it, man. You can prop it up on the lamp on your nightstand and watch something.
Oh yeah, watch a few things. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. All right, homie. Have a good
All right,
night,
boys.
man.
See
Have
you,
a good one. We'll
See you
talk next
soon.
week. See ya.
All right, brother. Later, man.
Bye.
Yep.
Hello. It was happy to see you last weekend. Happy. It was good seeing you too. Tell you what, Brittany kept me updated on all the cars, the classes, who was going what. She's slick with that. What's that say? I ran 7.0 and mine had me at a 696. So yeah, I mean they're all kind of up or down or fast or slow, or it will get you in the ball game though.
Yeah. Yep.
Well then, how are you going to bring the 6-seater? Well, if I'm driving the streetcar, Kenzie's for damn sure following me with a gas can and some tools. So then she can bring the trailer. Hopefully, if we don't get pulled over, she could actually park the trailer and her Denali at Jeff's.
Yep.
Get on the golf cart and follow me on the golf cart to the track.
Okay. I highly recommend don't ride in a golf cart.
Me too.
On the road to Brown County.
I do too. I agree because they will pull you slick over.
They will pull you slick over, and if you don't stop, they will come after you.
Yeah, and don't go in the woods on your golf cart because the woods are pretty dense, and you're probably going to wind up on your lid.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm going to go back out there and work.
Yeah, I got a bunch of paperwork to do.
I'm going to try and get something done. We had a good night. That's good.
Not bad.
Yep.
We need somebody to come on here, though.
We need what you showed me to come on here.
Yeah, I tried getting this chick to come on. And I messaged her. We went back and forth a little bit. She wanted to see what we do. So I sent her last week's. I don't know if she watched it, but she never got back a hold of me. But just people that's even in different motorsports.
Mm-hmm.
And I like learning and talking to everybody, even about different shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
I really agree. And I think tonight discussing especially like with some tracks, a carload of people for $25 or $40. Babe, she's not an OnlyFans girl. She's not none of that.
Maybe she's talking about you, her riding in the car with you too.
Oh, or we'll figure it out.
Or the golf cart to Warren Woods. It could be one of three things. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But I do want to have my car there.
Oh,
good night. Stay gay, happy.
Yeah, and what's crazy was, so somebody was just bringing up about Sick Week, and I forgot to even reflect on this, but so they had a drag and drive this weekend up here, and was put on by Mickey Thompson Tires, and they had Alex Taylor, Steve Morris, Nick was there too, did it, and for the big names, that was really, I think that was it. And they did that whole, they did the track deal, and then they would drive to spots, and then they would drive back to the track instead of going to like different tracks and stuff like that. And it didn't. Well, the weather sucked. But it didn't seem like it was decent attendance this weekend, which sucked. I mean, so I don't know if, obviously, they're going to do that again next year just because of the weather or what, but
damn. Anyone else remember Shifter Gripper? Oh, I do. I will never forget Shifter Gripper. I mean, absolutely. When she went into that bedroom and plugged in that machine, and it was pumping as quick as a Husqvarna 2-stroke chainsaw.
Jeez.
With a toy on the end of it.
Oh my God. And we need to, I think next week, we need to deep dive into that video and just watch it and just.
Brother, I will never forget her. Ever. And thinking of some of the shit that we've done before. I mean, brother. Jeez. Hey, maybe I'll reach out to her this week. We need to do a reunion with Shifter Gripper.
That was entertaining.
She's pregnant?
Yeah, they've been trying to have a kid for years.
Really?
Yeah. She got raped and had her tubes tied.
Well, I don't know. I don't keep up with her.
Yeah. They've been trying forever.
Well, that's awesome. Good for her. Well, good. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to get her on the table.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, we will be live Thursday night. Oh boy.
Is that a puppy pad? Hopefully it's clean. Will the table be live at Warren Woods? Absolutely. Thursday night. We will be live.
Yep.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to do it somehow, some way. Well, we need to be able to see comments. We got to figure this out, our end. Because if we can't read this, well, we're screwed. This is what makes the show, everybody responding to us.
Well, you can do it off your phone too and still see comments.
Yeah.
So
I need my webcam. I need my screen. I need a laptop. I need
100%.
I need my junk. Happy, I don't know if you forgot, but your woman is watching. She's standing in here with me.
It's nothing new. Press the spring on the other side. He better go ahead and hop over.
I've always wanted a girl who can drive a semi, if you know what I'm saying. Big stick.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, 18 speed.
Okay, I'll go pack it for you.
A long shifter.
Okay, I'm ready to go pack.
Ready to go pack. It's funny. She was carrying Sarah's clothes out the other day. It's been bagged up, put in the 49 Chevy. I'm working on my car out there, and I said, "Are you finally moving out?" Like, finally, she's carrying all this shit. She's like, "You motherfucker."
God.
Poor thing.
Yeah. All right, I got to do some paperwork.
We're right behind you, brother.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
See you soon. Have a good night.
Later.
All right, homie. I have a spare 30-inch TV I can bring. Yeah, I don't know how.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
I got an idea.
And Chris is going to be IT.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be IT.
So.
Yep.
Pro Tree video will be live Thursday. Yep.
And
then we'll do this. So, anybody's in the area and you're not doing nothing, we'll be at Cincy Street Nights, Edgewater Motorsports Park Friday night.
Yep.
Saturday, I think we're taking. I don't think me and Kenzie's doing anything. We're taking this weekend really off besides that. And then some people was asking about King of the South, which is the following weekend. Huh?
Sounds like y'all are going. Sounds like you're rolling out Wednesday morning.
Kenzie said sounds like we're rolling out Wednesday morning, but it didn't look good for the car that we was taking. So.
Oh, so you're going to go now?
Well, I don't know. It all depends on the car.
Okay.
But yeah, there's where we'll be Friday night. Come hang out with us. Good time. Weather's supposed to be good.
Yep.
And then next weekend's King of the South. If we make it with the car, we make it. If not, if the car don't make it, I don't know if I'm going to go. I got so much to get done.
Hell no, you're going.
I got a lot to do.
And that thing you told me last week.
What's that?
You got back injections to get.
Yeah, they're actually also, I got my MRI done yesterday. They read it at 4 a.m. this morning. Give us the report. It's not great,
Pretty bad.
but it's not bad. I do have, there's an inner disc
You have a
around,
protruding disc.
I've got a central protruding disc, which is like, I think around your spine, and it's bulging out.
Get it better. You have to have a microdiscectomy to.
So I've got the only way to fix that is with a knife.
Ew.
Simple surgery.
She said simple surgery, but they are going to go in and burn some nerves. They could actually see all the nerves. They could see where some stuff's pinched up. So hopefully that gives me some relief.
Oh,
So I'm still battling it.
all right.
I'm still doing what I got to do, but I feel the best I've felt, dude, in 20 years. I know we haven't like discussed all that and what I'm doing on here, and I'm sure we'll get into it one week, but dude, I feel absolutely amazing. I feel like a brand new person. Really do. Besides my back.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I feel like I'm smoking a little meth. Yeah, I ain't worked this hard in 20 years.
Right.
Yep. But I'm dealing with a bad back. So I just kind of got to go slow and go at my own pace and stuff.
Yep. That 500 is going to get added on top of Little Gangsters for our deal.
Awesome.
So it's going to be, instead of $3,000 to win, it's going to be $3,500 to win now. I just haven't made anything yet, but we've already made the arrangements and everything for it.
Dude, I think if you just put a scratch through it, and then put the 3,500 in a bolder color.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. That'll be a cool flyer.
Yep. And it is 3/4 of the way full. So
yeah.
So
make a post tomorrow on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that's made multiple that bought multiple spots for multiple cars. So there's a couple of different same names in there. I know I've pretty much posted almost every guy that's in the class. Scotty
Lavelle said he pre-registered maybe yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Or was going to. He's been hitting me up like when, where, what, and so I sent him the link. This is what you need to do, and he's like, I'm on it right now. And I was like, all right, homie. Like it's gonna be a good one. It is gonna be full.
Yep.
Like without a doubt, 100%. So
Yep. So
it's gonna be a good time.
Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna kill it. Get off here.
Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna go out there and at least get a little more. Oh, here's my baby.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she just come in. She's wide open.
All right. Well, everybody,
get a little bit of work done. Thanks everybody for watching, hanging out with us, listening to her bullshit.
Yep. And if you go see Happy this weekend, see him at Cincy Street Nights for the No Prep edition. Yeah. And we'll holler at y'all next week.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody.
Yep. Everybody have a good night.